Okay, so intakes on a Volkswagen. Several different types, all kinds, right? The stock one for the dual port is this. And, if you drive a Volkswagen, you know what this is. This, I believe, is for a ITC setup. I'm not too sure. It's something I have. Part I'm curious about is why, when you flip the stock Volkswagen intake over, it has that little split right there in it. I mean, that has to be so it does some kind of equalization between the two cylinders. And when you have a single throttle body carburetor going on doing it for duals, so like the ITCs or the K-Drons or, whatever else, right? I'm not really, don't know too much about it, but why is that not that way? Why does that not matter on this? Like apparently it does on this. That's kind of confusing to me. So when I first set up my IDF, one of the comments that I got on one of the groups was that I was going to have a rough idle because of the way these, work, right? Because of the way this setup works, right? It's going to have an idle that runs off of, what do you say, 2 and 4, I think. And I've seen other people on YouTube videos about their duals in relation to ITCs. This guy in particular, he was talking about how his idle was that way, but driving it was fine. And it's the same way with this too. I mean, the idle, I guess, whatever, drives fine, right? So when I first set up my IDF, it did have a rough idle. And it, didn't bother me too much because, you give it the gas and there you go. But listening to other videos online, I heard somebody mention something about modifying that spot there in particular, that center spot, and making it bigger, and how that would smooth out an idle. And they had a particular name that they called it, and I don't think I want to say that name because I don't know what that might mean in relation to the Volkswagen world. So when I did that to mine, I'm just going to use this as a representation because I'm not going to go take the car apart, but that's what I did, right? About 3/4 of an inch down, I took obviously something to grind it away, and to make this bigger. And I'll be damned if it didn't smooth it out. It is pretty interesting. So that's just my kind of take on it, right? If it matters on a single, like normally this would run a 34, pick 3 or a 30 pick 3 or a 30 pick 2 or 1 or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Those Solex carbs, right? Normally it would run just a single, and this apparently matters. If you're running a single, why doesn't it matter here? Because when that carburetor is sitting on top of this thing, right, that jet is still coming out in a direction, right? It's not spraying directly so that it's going to get equal amounts of fuel on both sides, which is probably why it has that rough idle that people will talk about in relation to the ITCs and the other single-throated carburetors, which is why everybody loves the duals, the dual 40s or the 44s or the D series or all those wonderful carbs, because it gets rid of that whole thing, right? Well, I'll tell you, when I cut that away, and you guys, you can look on my channel and see my videos of my car idling, right? I've got a few of those. Cutting that away, that did it. So again, If this matters here, why doesn't it matter here? And that's all I have to say about that. Anyway, y'all have a good day.